Welcome back, Stingers. I did a video on creating boundaries, training people how to treat you. And a lot of you guys were left with the question, how can I reset the button? Because I've already trained people how to treat me poorly. So we're going to talk about that now, how to revamp, how to reinvent yourself. And it's easier than you think. All right, guys, let's get it in. I explained to you guys the importance of creating boundaries, of creating the relationships you want. Now, yes, it is easier to do in the beginning when people don't know you because they're uncomfortable. They don't know what to expect from you. They're kind of waiting for you to guide them on what you will accept, what you won't accept, right? But what happens when you're in a relationship and you're the pushover already? Your kids know that they can get anything from you. Your partner is bossing you around. They're used to you calling them back even though they've ignored you for months. They're used to specific types of behavior. Well, it's easy to set the re-button. You can be whoever you want anytime. You can start over at any moment. You don't have to wait till tomorrow, but you have to do it in tiny little increments to ease yourself into it, because not only have you trained other people how to treat you, but because they've responded to you in a specific way, they've trained you in a specific type of manner how to handle your demeanor and your behavior towards them. So I had a friend in college who was from the West Coast. And in her life, she was living kind of foul. She was like the biggest whore. She had done some really bad things and people knew her as, scandalous, right? She had a bad reputation on the West Coast. Honey, she moved her ass here to New York City, dyed her hair blonde, did not even talk about her past, and became like fabulous. She started working in fashion. People loved her. People were like, oh my gosh, who's that? Who's this? Who's that? And she didn't even mention her past, but I knew because I had known her. I had known her, right? And so if someone from her deep past who grew up with her, right, came to New York, they'd be like, oh, that's so-and-so the whore, blah, 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 right? And she wouldn't even budge because she don't know what they're talking about. She already left that in the past. She's already reinvented herself, right? It didn't take her long. She just moved here and shoved all that other stuff out, swept it under the rug or took the garbage out, and became who she wanted to be. And now no one even knows about her past because she doesn't talk about it. She doesn't regurgitate it in every other sentence. Oh my gosh, when I grew up, I did this, that, the third, I got arrested. Like, first of all, you guys got to cut off the old story. Remember in my Scorpio self-love series, I talk about creating a new narrative. I catch myself sometimes. I'll be saying things and I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. We don't want that story, do we? Even when you're joking, you bring things up, or even when you're not being serious, right? You start dragging the past with you. I got arrested and I did this, that, and that. Do you want that in the present? Now, if you want stuff like that in the present, keep it. But if you want to get rid of it, stop talking about it. Stop dragging it with you. Stop mentioning it to new people you meet. Oh, this is who I used to be. Okay, well, if that was fly, okay. But if it was like, I had 100 arrests, I got 5 kids, I don't know where they at. Why are we still talking about that? Now, as far as boundaries are concerned, tiny little steps, tiny little steps. My friend from college decided that she was going to be fly, okay? She was not going to be the whore anymore. She was not going to be the one who got arrested or was doing drugs or whatever else she was doing. She was going to be fly. What comes along with being fly? Not taking bullshit, not calling people back or when they disrespect you, blocking people, removing them from your life, taking care of yourself. She had dyed her hair and got a new, everything, got the body together. Went to did some extra classes, learned how to speak well. Okay? Whatever you want, you have to surround yourself around things that create the persona that you want to be, okay? You want to be fly, okay, get in shape, get better clothes, learn how to speak well, learn how to charm people, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole aura. And a lot of people do it. A lot of people, like a Marilyn Monroe, I mean, let's be honest, she was not born cute. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Look at some old photos. She decided, oh no, we're not doing that anymore. We're not the orphanage girl people feel sorry for. We're going to get some blonde hair, some new teeth, a nose job, wear some sexy clothes, create some type of, slow talking voice, which my friend did. She put on a whole like accent. She came from the West Coast and all of a sudden had our East Coast accent. I was like, oh, who's that? It sounded cute. She did it really authentically too. Okay, like she became you, okay? She became you, right? And so, people treating you poorly. You don't have to wait till tomorrow to be like, oh, I'm going to start tomorrow. No, start now. Like, imagine you just got off the phone with them. You're the sucker in the scenario. They haven't talked to you in a month, but now they call you, you pick up the phone. Where you been? We're not doing that anymore. Now they call you, don't pick up the phone. And it's going to feel funny at first because you're used to that. You're used to that. And it's till you build yourself up and feel worthy of like, nah, we're not doing that. You're not going to treat me like that. You've ignored me for a month and what, I'm racing to the phone? No, love. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And they'll be like, oh, she didn't pick up. Because they're used to it. They're used to you being the sucker, right? But little stages, okay? Guys, just don't try and jump out the window. It'll overwhelm you. When you're used to being the pushover or whatever, it'll overwhelm you. Just ignore one phone call a day. And then you'll start to feel better about yourself. Like, wow, I feel kind of good that I didn't bring that into my life. Like, we don't get treated like that. And it'll get bigger and bigger. And then you start ignoring everything. Ignoring the emails. Ignoring the messages. Those little cartoons that they send will mean nothing to you. You won't get excited. Oh, he sent an emoji. Like, okay. And, you see what I'm saying? Your kids start begging for shit. I want the new iPhone. I want this, that, and the third. And you're used to getting it for them, right? And they know mommy's a pushover and shit. Next birthday come, we're not getting all that. And you don't have to explain yourself. I'm so amazed when I see parents debating with children, arguing with children. I'm like, that's a child. Is their name on your deed? Their name on the light bill? Why would you argue with a child? They don't know any better. They need to be led. I don't need to explain nothing to no child. This is how I handle my nieces and nephews. I'm not arguing with you. You're a child. You don't pay no bills. Why can't I have this? It's not even a conversation. I know you're not getting it though. See, less talk, more action. A lot of you guys, you talk too much. You're so revved up. I'm going to tell him off. Why would you do that? You're giving him attention though. Silence is so powerful, guys. It's so powerful. Your kids begging for shit, don't say nothing. They know the toy's not showing up. Ooh, what's going on with mommy? She always get it. Let me cry, and they're going to try different things. They're going to cry, they're going to, some of them may start slamming shit in your house. I don't know how wild your kids are. But they're going to try different techniques because it feels uncomfortable. Like, wait, why am I not getting why am I not winning? Why is she quiet and silent? It's going to stun them, actually, for you not to say a word, not to bend to their will. And they may even break down and start crying. Oh my gosh, what's happening? You're not getting this. And the story's over. And then once you do that, it might be painful at first, but once you do that, they're going to be like, well, what do I have to do to get that toy? Their whole demeanor will change. What do I have to do? Now they're willing to clean the toilets around the house and do laundry and extra shit because they don't know. Now you've kind of pulled the rug from under their feet. Now they don't know wait, who is she now? They're unsure. Before they were solid, like, she gonna do it. All I gotta do is this. But now they're unsure. I love when I pull that rug slightly and people are like, wait, what happened to her? What's going on? What's this tough act? They call it an act. All this stuff is like, oh no, It's slow transformation, but you don't need to talk about it, right? Just know who you want to become. Oh, I want a better relationship with my husband. He's been taking advantage of me. Okay, So now you're busy when he want to do all this taking advantage. You in your bubble bath, doing what you reading a book. You ain't paying that shit no attention, and he wondering, he's thrown off like, wait, what's going on? And you ain't got nothing to say. You busy doing you. Little increments, guys. Little increment. You don't need to fight with people. Nothing, right? You don't need to explain yourself. Okay? Some of you, have weird pasts and you feel unworthy of arguing with people or like creating those boundaries, like you're not going to do this, you're not, you feel uncomfortable with that because of your past. But get rid of all that shit. That's old news. That was the old you. Why are you still holding on to it? A lot of you guys do things through guilt too. Now you got to buy your kids all this because I never had it when I grew up. I ain't had it and they ain't going to have it either. Now what? You ain't going to have it either. Okay, I didn't have that. Nah, good. I had to work for it. Now you're going to work for it. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't need to be a big conversation. There was somebody I knew, I grew up, she used to do a lot of drugs, so she got into that. She was like depressed and it caused her to like get on drugs. And then she's like, oh, I feel terrible, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knew her like that, what she had done, the word got around or whatever. And then all of a sudden she stopped talking about it. You know what I'm saying? People forget easily, especially this day and age. Everybody has a short attention span. You could be hoeing in the alley on your knees 10 minutes ago, and now you decide, I ain't going to do that no more. Don't discuss it. Don't talk about it. When people mention it, like who? You know what I'm saying? Who? You don't have nothing to say. It's not even a conversation, guys. It's not even a conversation. You're brand new. You've left that. You've left that. And never bring it up again. Never do it again. Not even jokingly. I used to be a whore back in the day. Why are you talking about that? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're fly now. We don't, we're brand new. We're brand new. We don't know what was going on. Oh, I did? Oh. Ooh, amnesia. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always going to be people who's going to try and dig up your past and remind, remember when you was tricking and shit? And you sitting there glorious and shit. You don't know what they talking about. Because you counting your papers. You done came up. Right? You done got your cute degrees, your fabulous job. You don't know what the fuck they talking about. It don't even matter. It don't even matter, guys. Okay? So little increments. You can always set the re button just like that. Just stop doing it. Stop answering the phone. Stop answering the email. Stop checking their Instagram. Stop. Okay? And then your brain will get used to it. It'll be like, oh, we don't do that no more. Replace it with something else. Replace it with a leveling up, skill. Start reading a book. Go exercise, guys. There's so many things you could be doing, right? Instead of engaging in bullshit where you're training people to treat you like a sucker. All right, guys. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I hope this video was helpful to you. I'll see you at Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, where you can buy fabulous custom jewelry, teas. I have some amazing things coming in for you. You can book a chart reading, love chart reading, basic chart reading, and now you can even book your own personalized video with your own topic. As long as it falls under the Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon brand, I got you. All right, guys. Welcome back, stingers. I'm adjusting the light. Ooh. Wait a minute. I'm adjusting this. See? I gotta get the frame correctly. I've not mastered this yet, but I will. Working on it. Hang on a second. I know you want to see my dress. Look at this. Oh shit. Welcome back, stingers. I'm ready for you. Are you ready for me? Alright. I have new lighting. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay. Shoulder pads on properly? No, they're not. They're not. I love me some shoulder pads. Ooh, give me the 80s all day long. The 80s, early 90s. All right, listen, guys. We're going to talk about how to reset boundaries. How to reset them. Because just because somebody gets used to you doesn't mean you can't change up your game overnight. Just because you had a shitty past does not mean you can't reinvent yourself and train people how to treat you. We're going to get into that.